regrettably confirms the government's continued unwillingness to confront the central issue at hand: the urgent need for a credible, broad based national oversight mechanism to guide the Hurricane Melissa relief and recovery efforts. Contrary to the minister's assertions, the opposition has been consistent. We have been transparent and unwavering in our call for a national task force, one that goes beyond Parliament and includes representatives of the private sector, the church, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders whose participation is essential to building trust in this moment of national crisis. It is therefore misleading and disingenuous for the minister to suggest that a joint select committee of parliament satisfies this call. The country knows better. A parliamentary committee drawn only from members of parliament and controlled by the government majority cannot and will never be a substitute for a national, non-partisan, multi-sectoral task force with real oversight responsibility.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP. The release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
The letter issued by Minister Floyd Green on November 13 regrettably confirms the government's continued unwillingness to confront the central issue at hand: the urgent need for a credible, broad-based national oversight mechanism to guide the Hurricane Melissa relief and recovery efforts. Contrary to the minister's assertions, the opposition has been consistent. We have been transparent and unwavering in our call for a national task force, one that goes beyond Parliament and includes representatives of the private sector, the church, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders whose participation is essential to building trust in this moment of national crisis. It is therefore misleading and disingenuous for the minister to suggest that a joint select committee of parliament satisfies this call. The country knows better. A parliamentary committee drawn only from members of parliament and controlled by the government majority cannot and will never be a substitute for a national, non-partisan, multi-sectoral task force with real oversight responsibility.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. The ungodly, they are not so. They are like a shaft which the wind drive away, you know.
The Ministry of Health is on high alert and is intensifying surveillance for suspected cases of leptospirosis after Hurricane Melissa left several communities waterlogged. It is unclear at this time the number of suspected cases that are being monitored. However, Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Jacqueline Biseso-McKenzie, says the presence of leptospirosis cases at this time of the year is not unusual.
We have some suspected cases of leptospirosis, and this always tends to happen at this time of the year, and especially worse now because there's a lot of water on the ground. And so persons have to make sure they're wearing protective things on their feet when they're going out into that water because they're going to get infected with leptospirosis. Cases have not been confirmed, but the fact is that we treat, assuming, of course, that the case is positive, and we administer the treatment that is necessary. Unfortunately, some persons will present to us late, and leptospirosis is one of those conditions that can spread to become very severe illness in a short time and can even lead to death.
Leptospirosis is spread in the urine of infected animals. The risk of spread is increased after a hurricane or flood when people make contact with contaminated water or soil. Meanwhile, Dr. Bisesa McKenzie says despite a noticeable rise in the mosquito population, the numbers are expected to increase in the coming weeks.
Coming up to this part of the year, we have been really having very low vector indices to say that, we were not fearing of going into any outbreak. Now that we've had this tremendous amount of rain, many of the breeding sites would have been kind of washed out. Your persons are seeing mosquitoes now, but in another 2 to 3 weeks, when the breedings, the eggs that are there, because the eggs tend to be very resilient,
Yes.
and they will tend to mature, and there will be adult mosquitoes that are around in another 2 to 3 weeks.
Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa McKenzie.
Well. What a Monday evening. Welcome, everybody. This is Monday. I want to welcome all our viewers and subscribers. Welcome to Portland Spice TV. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for yet another Monday. If you have not yet subscribed to Portland Spice TV, we are inviting you to subscribe to the channel. We are inviting you to share the channel with the people in your contact. Become a Portland Spice ambassador. And when you become a Portland Spice ambassador, what it is that you are introducing and representing a channel that our main aim is to the development of Jamaica, for our Jamaican people to live a better life than they are living now, for our Jamaican people to be respected and given the kind of attention that is needed. We thank you, those of you who have subscribed quite some time now, and stay true to the channel, because our mantra is the truth, just the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us, God, that we keep on speaking the truth. I don't understand why these, I've been sending these and they're not coming. I don't know what is going on over here. I must try send them somewhere else. Oh, that not download. But this download. Yeah, this one finish. So all right, pause that. And here it come there. So we have some things we want to play for before we get into the discussion segment.
For Labour Ministry, following announcement of a redundancy exercise at the Bahia Principe properties. The government of Jamaica says its move to access the United Nations Loss and Damage Fund should not be viewed as charity but as an act of climate justice. St. Anne Public Health Department monitoring communities without electricity and water for possible outbreak of food or waterborne illnesses. The United Kingdom sends a 12,000-member team of medical experts to the island to deliver primary care and support recovery efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. In business news, Future Energy Source delivers best ever quarterly and half-year profits on strong fuel sales. The discussion.
It sounds, that piece of news that sound away. 12,000. I wonder if it's 1,200. 12,000 people for help with medical primary care. I am wondering if that should have read 1,200
for Labour Ministry following announcement of a redundancy exercise at the Bahia Principe properties. The government of Jamaica says its move to access the United Nations Loss and Damage Fund should not be viewed as charity but as an act of climate justice. St. Anne Public Health Department monitoring communities without electricity and water for possible outbreak of food or waterborne illnesses. The United Kingdom sends a 12,000-member team of medical experts to the island to deliver primary care and support recovery efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. In business news, Future Energy Source delivers best ever quarterly and half-year profits on strong fuel sales.
Yes, so good evening again, everybody. This is the Colin Bell Show. Jamaica needs to talk. Talk Jamaica. We're happy to be here with you this evening. We did an impromptu show yesterday. I want to apologize to all the people when we wake up last night. We were testing some things on the channel. And after 12 o'clock, we put out a live. And I was really shocked to see how many people jump on that time of the night. And I said, no, sorry about that. I'm going on to bed. Yes, man. So, I'm happy the fact that you have all clicked on to the notification bell. And that ensures that whenever we are on, you are on. We're happy about that, you know. Really happy about that. And we've been watching the space. We've been watching the space. And we see a lot of things out there. Whole heap of things. Whole heap of people out there claiming to know that claiming to know what they don't know. Claiming to know what they don't know. And we listen to them, but we warn our people. Don't make them fool you. Or even try to school you. Don't allow them to fool you. Because when you listen to them, you know, you realize that whole heap of them lost, really lost, and don't have a clue what is going up. Yeah, it's a UK deployed 12,000 emergency medical team. Yeah, I wonder if it's 1,200. I'm glad she and the rest met with Mr. Dayton Campbell. You see, we here at Portland Spice TV take a different approach to this whole catastrophe, to how Jamaica will recover from this. And I have a next piece of news clip where I want to play for now. Because for a long time now, I'm not listening to Irie, you know. And I heard Amber this morning.
That should be of priority in St. Elizabeth have received assistance to rebuild their homes following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Many of the residents were sleeping under makeshift tents at the mercy of the elements. Ripton Development and Alcor Company combined efforts to provide much-needed material and manpower to the residents. Head of Ripton Development, Fitzroy Rogers, says a team of 70 workmen descended on the community to rebuild the infrastructure.
We got maybe a couple dozen houses worked on, including full structures, partitions, roof. But our intention is to do a couple hundred before the end of the month, and then we'll continue and see how far we can go. We give away washrooms, doors, sinks, windows from our partners as well. Mattresses, we give away a lot of mattresses. I intend to give away a lot more mattresses. And as we go along, we'll be giving away more building supplies. We give away building supplies, but our intention is not to give away. Our intention is to actually erect them and have them installed properly so that the people will have somewhere to put their head out of the rain as time goes by.
Head of Ripton Development, Fitzroy Rogers. The company's also partnered to erect solar lights all across the community. Bahia.
there are some people who are of the opinion that the government of Jamaica is sitting back and waiting on the private sector, waiting on regular citizens to rescue the people of the West, while the government sit back and wait. I am trying my best to get somebody from the government side, somebody who is in support of what the government is doing, somebody who knows what the government is doing, because some of you maybe have the opinion that we don't need to hear from the government. And I want to disagree with you. Madam Producer? Nat? You outside? I want to hear from the government. Because unlike what some people think, I want to believe that the things that we are seeing and the things that we are saying about the government's performance since Hurricane Melissa, I want to believe that we are wrong. Welcome to the people on TikTok. Shaka Fame at TikTok. Welcome, good evening. Happy to have you. I want to believe that we are wrong. But the only way we'll reach that stage there is if we get a chance to speak to somebody on the government side who will give us that kind of information to convince us that we are wrong. Because from where I sit, and the fact that I have gone down to the West and see the condition, gone back a second time and the condition not change, me have a problem. I have a problem with that. So I reached out to somebody and they said that they are thinking about coming on the program. And you see, I know enough of my listeners and viewers don't like when I bring on members of the Jamaica Labour Party. But I say to you that if we are preaching unity, we have to preach unity. Now, over the weekend, I've been scanning through, even last night. Last night, I was scanning through TikTok and I saw a live. And who was the center of the live? Yours truly. Them have me at the center. Promoting and bigging up Portland Spice TV. I thank you. I thank you. And when I saw them last night, I said to myself, I wonder if him could have gone a week without talking about me. But then he may say, allow the man, let the man talk. Because the more them talk, what I have seen is a growth in subscription to Portland Spice TV. So, Nadia, make them continue talk. Let them talk, keep them talking. We gonna keep them talking. So we just laugh when they're talking. We've got a lot more coming. Who've got eyes to see, let them see. No, first it said, who got ears to hear, let them hear. Who've got eyes to see, let them see. Because I'm protected by the Almighty. Jah is my friend that I know. And I know that he loved me so. So, the PNP put out a news release. We played it a couple of times. But when we played it, a lot of people never joined yet. They put out a news release about the Oversight Task Force. And I see one of the man put a thing on him page and say, if me still a call for PNP members to be on the committee because PNP refused to go on the committee. Brother, I said to you, seek understanding. The PNP no refuse to go up on a committee. The PNP refuse what the government is saying that it's an answer to Mark Golding's call for a broad-based task force with civil society, NGO, independent persons, government and opposition, a broad-based task force to oversee the restoration or the relief and reconstruction of the country from Hurricane Beryl. What the government put forward was to have a joint select committee of parliament. And they even went further because this is for the first time that a joint select committee of the parliament will involve members of the upper house. Now, that is all politicians. What the PNP is calling for is a broad-based community with people who are not politicians. And if it is going to be chaired by a politician, it should be chaired by the Prime Minister and co-chaired by the opposition leader. But it can also be chaired by somebody from civil society. Now, if it's chaired by no politician. So we see right through the whole thing where the government look like them have things to hide. We want to welcome the Caribbean leaders who are on the island almost 3 weeks after the hurricane. Seems to me like an afterthought. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is the chairman of CARICOM, and therefore we were expecting to see members of heads of state from the Caribbean here before now. However, better late than never, they are here. We also understand that somebody from the IDB is here, and that's good. Some of the things that we would love to know is how much money has the government spent so far in this relief effort. We'd love to get an update on that. Tomorrow is Parliament. I hope the Finance Minister will speak. We saw her at one press conference just after the hurricane. We haven't seen or heard her since. It is very important. Hold on, they're going to take this call here. Al, I'm fine, thank you, my brother. Who that? Warmington is a long time, Al. It's a long time, man. I think it's from last year. It was last year. I don't know. It's an old video. Not at all. Al, I need to talk to you because I hear that the high DB is in Jamaica. Hold on. Al, let me put you on live because I am actually live right now. So let me bring you on. Hold the line for me. Don't move a muscle. Al Edwards, financial journalist, giving me a call, and I want to bring him on this call as well and chat to him for a minute because Al knows what is going on. I'll know what is going on. But obviously, Al just saw that video of yours, the one with the Madman Warmington, where you all would have seen it. I don't know, it looked like it just making the rounds. But we're trying to get Al Edwards on here. Daddy, hold on. Why you're not connecting? Let me call you back straight. Let me call you straight. So, we were just talking about that joint select committee. And then we just played a clip where Gore went down to St. Elizabeth and build some houses. Listen to this.
That should be of priority in St. Elizabeth have received assistance to rebuild their homes following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Many of the residents were sleeping under makeshift tents at the mercy of the elements. Ripton Development and Alcor Company combined efforts to provide much-needed material and manpower to the residents. Head of Ripton Development, Fitzroy Rogers, says a team of 70 workmen descended on the community to rebuild the infrastructure.
We got maybe a couple dozen houses worked on, including full structures, partitions, roof. But our intention is to do a couple hundred before the end of the month, and then we'll continue to see how far we can go. We give away washrooms, doors, sinks, windows from our partners as well. Mattresses, we give away a lot of mattresses. I intend to give away a lot more mattresses. And as we go along, we'll be giving away more building supplies. We give away building supplies, but our intention is not to give away. Our intention is to actually erect them and have them installed properly so that the people will have somewhere to put their head out of the rain as time go by.
Head of Ripton Development, Fitzroy Rogers. The company's also partnered to erect solar lights all across the community. Bahia.
You hear that? People were sleeping outside. People are asleep outside down our west. And some people are going like they are not aware of it. And want us to keep quiet. Well, if I was the man, them go down, they go start out. Whole heap, a house, then go down, they go start out. That's a nice touch that they did down there in St. Elizabeth. I want to thank them.
That should be of priority in St. Elizabeth have received assistance to rebuild their homes following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Many of the residents were sleeping under makeshift tents at the mercy of the elements. Ripton Development and Alcor Company combined efforts to provide much-needed material and manpower to the residents. Head of Ripton Development, Fitzroy Rogers, says a team of 70 workmen descended on the community to rebuild the infrastructure.
We got maybe a couple dozen houses worked on, including full structures, partitions, roof. But our intention is to do a couple hundred before the end of the month, and then we'll continue to see how far we can go. We give away washrooms, doors, sinks, windows from our partners as well. Mattresses, we give away a lot of mattresses. I intend to give away a lot more mattresses. And as we go along, we'll be giving away more building supplies. We give away building supplies, but our intention is not to give away. Our intention is to actually erect them and have them installed properly so that the people will have somewhere to put their head out of the rain as time go by.
Head of Ripton Development, Fitzroy Rogers.
We have Al Edwards on the line. Al, good evening.
Good evening, how do you do? And good evening to all your listeners.
We're doing well. How about you?
Well, it's not too bad. I'm in Kingston. It's very rainy today. It's just been a horrible day with the weather conditions.
Oh, you have rain in Kingston?
The country is... Yes, I'm in Kingston.
You have rain in Kingston today? Didn't know that.
It's a miserable day. A lot of heavy rain. It's a really somber looking day today.
Oh, okay. You were telling me something about Westmoreland, was Al?
Yes, I was saying I went to a place called Cornwall Mountain in Westmoreland. The devastation it's got to be seen to be believed. It looks like a dystopian landscape. People are in dire need over there. The infrastructure is literally destroyed. Churches, schools, community centers, health centers. A lot of people don't have food and water, let alone shelter. There's no internet, no electricity. It's dire. They need help. They really need help.
You're saying there are a lot of people here that don't have shelter?
Yeah, because their homes are destroyed. They're not in those dwellings. The dwellings are destroyed. They have no roof. Windows are caved in. Mortar caved in. It's waterlogged. It's absolutely horrendous. It really is.
But
we have children on the street, and it's horrible to see people in that condition.
But when you see that kind of condition, Hal, what comes to your mind? What touches you?
What touches me is I feel a lot of sympathy, but a lot of frustration that I would like to see people do better. I'd like to do something. I went with a group, a company called WePay, who gave out some food packages, provided Starlink and water, which was very commendable. A lot of the private sector have really risen here, and they've really come out to help Jamaicans in need. But what struck me was a lot of people from other countries, particularly young people, are out helping. Helping people with food, putting up roofs, bringing in water. People from South Africa, America, Britain, Holland, really helping people. And then what you have is a lot of people themselves, Jamaicans, go in there to help, bring water, bring food, try and help people there.
Did you see?
But it needs a more coordinated, structured effort, I think.
Did you see government agencies operating in that
area?
Not
at all. No, not at all. Neither the government nor the church. And it's something I have written about. I wrote about it on Sunday. I haven't seen the church anywhere near this situation.
And you have not seen the government agencies on the ground? Because I've been saying to people that I have gone down there. I went down there the Friday after the storm. That was, I think, the 31st. Right after the storm, I was down there in St. Elizabeth. The Thursday after, I was in Westmoreland. And no time did I see agents of the government on the ground dealing with the people. And even when I ask the people, have you seen anybody from the government? Have anybody been here taking your names, asking you what damage you incur? And the answer is no. What do you think about that? Why is that so?
A lot of people are asking that question, Colin. This is what I think. I think a lot of them, it's paralysis by analysis. I think they're analyzing too much, overthinking instead of doing things. And I think there's a lot of bureaucracy, administrative roadblocks they're not able to get over. And I think that's what it is. I don't think it's as sinister as people are saying, political tribalism and bias. I don't think that. I really don't. I just think that they just can't get them act together to go and say, right, these people need help today. Let's do that, and then we'll figure it out. Let's help the people. Get a convoy of food, water, supplies out to them. Let's try and see if we can get them shelter. And let's do that. Let's act first, and we'll figure it out. But they're not acting. They're spending so long trying to figure it out that people are destitute. They need help. They're desperate.
There's a word.
It's a very sad thing when you see families, young children, families, no water, no food. And you don't know when they will get water or food. No shelter. Their homes are destroyed. It really is heart-wrenching.
Is the word evacuation on your mind, Al?
Colin, it's funny you should say that. I think it was the Philippines that had a typhoon. Was it last week or the week before? And they evacuated 1 million people. And I think that's something that needs to be done. I think what has to be done, like, for instance, the National Arena, use it as a shelter, put people in there. You have open crown lands at Barbican. People should go there, I think
I have been suggesting
the churches can shelter people as well.
Al, I have been suggesting about a week after the hurricane that the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium is a good place to start. That stadium have maybe about 45 bathrooms, if not more. The government owns the Braco Village in Trelawney.
Yes.
That's a hotel that is owned by the government. Why are we not seeing people move to these places?
That's exactly, but that's what I think. I think they're overthinking this thing, and there's no time to think. People need help. People are desperate. They're suffering.
It sounds like you're saying that the government frees up.
Yeah, the inertia, I think a lot of them are fearful to act in case they break some rule or protocol or something. But you can't think like that. It's a mindset that you have to go beyond that. People need, as we speak now, people are suffering. I went to a place called Bethel Town. It was horrendous. And the desperation of the people. But the thing about it, Colin, is a lot of the people's spirit, they remain unbowed. They are having a hard time, but they're not broken in spirit. Their homes, their churches, the community centers, yes. But, you know, the resilience of the people is absolutely remarkable. Absolutely.
You went on the ground, Al. You went in there. You saw the people. What are your biggest fear to date?
This is my biggest fear. My biggest fear that people won't have food to eat. They won't have shelter. My fear is also as well that diseases will break out because there are a lot of dead animals, right? You have cows, pigs, goats, sheep, and you've got to be mindful of that. Zara Bird was talking about not seeing John Crow and the function they play in the ecosystem. Everybody laughed and she was greeted with derision, but she may have a point there.
It's not a me. She have a point.
Yeah, she has a point, and you can see it firsthand.
Because here what is scary, Al. In the hills, in the mountains.
Yes.
We might have lost animals, wild one, tame one, and those are what is contaminating our water supply.
Yes, exactly. That's something too. Yes, the contamination of the water supply. There are people talking now about cases of lepro.
Yes.
You don't want a cholera outbreak. Absolutely right. So, I mean, they have to get on it. And the longer it takes, the more that becomes a distinct reality, the outbreak of diseases. Because people don't have any shelter. I'm telling you, they don't have shelter, a lot of the people.
Is it the government's responsibility to find shelter for these people, Al?
Well, Colin, if that's a rhetorical question, the responsibility of every government anywhere in the world is the welfare of its citizens, anywhere in the world.
Al, there are people on social media who are cussing me out, cussing out other journalists, other broadcasters and vloggers who are saying that the government must do something, must provide at least temporary shelter right now.
Yes,
should have done it 2 weeks ago for the people, and there are people on social media so we're crazy. So I must ask that question.
I can only talk to you from what I saw with my own human eyes.
Yes.
And I can tell you the desperation is real, and the situation is a dystopian nightmare of epic proportions. When you think that young kids are not going to have food, they don't know when they're going to get a meal, their next meal. They don't know. Water, people don't know.
But
right?
Are we short of food on the island, Al? You think we're short of food?
Not in Jamaica. I don't think so. But it's to be able to mobilize that food and for someone to really coordinate this whole operation. It needs someone who sits on top of this and can coordinate it. And really think, right, where are the people? Who needs help the most? What can we do? Can we get the shelters? Can we get food in on a daily basis? Also, as well, Colin, I don't know. I didn't really see law and order presence. I didn't see soldiers or the police when I was in Cornwall Mountain or in Bethel Town. I didn't see any police or soldiers. The roads need clearing. What you have is, if you have a breakdown of law and order, that could be catastrophic because people are desperate. The people who were getting the packages were really the young and the stronger, but the elderly people, they came later. It took them longer to get there, but by the time they got there, most of the provisions were gone. So, I mean, there's that element too. You've got to look out for the elderly too.
We're talking to Al Edwards.
Because they're not as strong as the young. They can't run up to a truck. They can't. That stage of their lives is over. You've got to respect that. But they need help. It's a crisis, and people need help. And the longer you delay, the longer you try to figure this out, the more people are going to be in dire straits.
We're talking to Al Edwards, financial journalist, and this is the man that asks some of the questions in the national debate, the national debate on finance. Al Edwards was one of the questioners. Al, where are we now as it relates to the assistance that rolling into Jamaica, the amount of money that the government is getting to assist with this crisis, the catastrophe bond, the insurance? What kind of money so far, if you are keeping a tab on this, has the government collected?
Well, that's a problem. I don't think the government has really kind of adumbrated or really updated as to how much money is rolling. We do know the Prime Minister did say that the initial estimated damage is $7 billion. That's 30% of GDP.
7 billion US.
But we haven't had a tally. We haven't had a tally of exactly what kind of money has come in. A dollar figure that is, as to what amount of money has come in. I've heard some people estimate that anywhere from around $500 million to close on $1 billion. I don't know. I have no, I can't really say. I haven't seen any records that indicate that. But I think they need to be able to say, okay, we've had this amount roll in, and this is how we're going to apportion that money. We're going to do this. We're going to put so much for shelter, food, whatever. But they need to be able to be a lot more, I think, transparent that way. I don't know. There may be a reason why it's not. But I'm very taken with what Dion Jackson Miller said about the establishment of an independent oversight committee made up of different sectors of society. I think that's prudent, and I think that should be established as soon as possible.
The government said
some sort of a reluctance.
The government said that they are going to put a joint. The government said that they're going to put a joint select committee of parliament together. You think that will suffice?
No, it can't be just politicians. It can't. No, I think that's a mistake. I think you need all sectors: private sector, the church, youth groups, all kind of people coming together. And to be honest, I think it'd be a good idea if both the leader of the opposition and the Prime Minister visit these areas together. I know there was this argument about who had access to a helicopter, and let's forget all that for a side. Go together in one helicopter. Go together and show the people you're united and you care, both of you.
Do you think?
I think
do you
that
think?
would send a good signal.
What about that oversight committee, that task force, to be chaired and co-chaired by the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition?
You could see why that could happen, but why just the leader of the opposition and the Prime Minister? Because they're looking at it from a political prism. You need someone who could look at it from outside politics.
So you're looking at an independent person chairing that task force.
Michael Leachin has talked about a Marshall Plan, and the Marshall Plan, what it did for Europe and the world, was phenomenal, but it wasn't really political per se. So, I do think there's something like a Marshall Plan that's needed, but you need people with different perspectives looking at this thing and going to work. We need to action things right now. That's what we need to do. There are a lot of bright people who, people who've got doctor, PhD, all kind of MBA. They need to put their brains to work to help people.
As the government...
It's not good just being academic. It's no good just being academic and you can't apply management skills. This is the thing that requires good management. Someone has to manage this situation. Really manage it, and manage it now. There's no delay. Right? There's an argument, we've never been hit by a Cat 5. Well, we have been hit by a Cat 5. What are we going to do about it? We've been hit by a Cat 5. So you have to do something about it. You can't sit on your hands and say, we don't know what to do. We've never been hit by a Cat 5. You have to do something.
Has the government been slow out the blocks, you think, Al?
Some would say so. And I would say, I'm not defending the government, but I think it's almost like being in the ring. You hit, you're befuddled. You don't know what to do. I think that happened initially, but I think we're now over that part. That's understandable. I get that. But But now is the time that you really have to get on your feet and do it. Yeah, the first few days, I guess, okay. But now you've got to be able to see what has to be done and do it, action it, get it done.
But you just said to me a while ago.
We can't go back and say they were slow out. We can't dwell on the fact that they were slow out of the blocks, because the blocks, that's done. That's come and gone now. What we're going to do going forward, that's really what we have to focus on.
Al, you said you were down there over the weekend and you did not see any government agencies on the ground where you were.
No, I did not. I did not.
So then the other question is, do you think they are even out of the blocks yet?
Well, that's a question. Yeah, I think that's a legitimate question, Colin. Are they out of the blocks yet? And they need to get out of the block. They need to get working on it.
I heard a news clip
they really need to get.
I heard a news clip from RGR this morning, and they were saying that Gore and another construction company went down there, and they said that they sought out a couple dozens of houses. They went down there with about 70 workmen, and they sought out a couple of houses. If private sector could have gone in there, sort out some houses, the government of the army has it at its disposal, with also a core of engineers and builders who are in the army. Why haven't the government built out that temporary shelter or any of that yet?
I think that's the answer the whole country is asking. When I went down there, I went with a private sector company, a fintech company called WePay. Do you know WePay?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, WePay and Nimble Mobile. And they went and they were working with GEM. So their whole thing is to go and put on the roofs of 30 health centers, right? And go into the communities and make sure the health centers have a roof and they can be operational.
Yes,
and people
critical.
Can get shelter there. So that was their whole mission. But not only that, they brought Starlink, they brought food packages, and they brought water, right? And that was a private sector. Alwyn Wayne is the CEO, and that was his initiative. So if private sector, and if one company CEO or leader can do that, get up, seize, and get it done, the government should be able to get up and get it done. They have to get it done.
The government,
they have to get it done.
The government is offering members of parliament in the hardest hit areas $10 million to assist with housing restoration. What do you think about that?
It all depends on what kind of money they have in their coffers. They're going to need more than 10 million, that's for sure. I can tell you that. But it all depends on what kind of money they have in their coffers to do that. I mean, some of the questions I asked in that debate, that could never happen in Jamaica now, right? So some of the things we were discussing, 2 months ago, was it? Yeah. All right. That's never going to happen right now. That's the priority would have to be infrastructure, the people, and I see that going on for a little while. This effort is going to take years, I think, for the country to recover.
Let's look at some figures. This government, since 2016, have embarked on a policy to pay more than they need to pay on the national debt. In fact, there is an estimate that the government paid over $100 billion more than they would have needed to pay, thus bringing down the debt to GDP to 58% 2 years earlier than we were supposed to get there. Do you think that was a squander and bad policy by the government?
I initially questioned it, but I got an answer to that. I spoke to the former Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel Clark, on it, and his reason was basically, if we pay it off and we show we can honor our obligations, if we ever need to borrow again, these agencies would be inclined to lend us and do business with us. And case in point, this hurricane, because we we have a reputation for being honorable and paying and meeting our obligations. People will be more inclined to lend us when we desperately need it. That was his rationale, his reasoning. And so, I mean, I could see that to some extent. But for the economy, the problem with that is, to most of the economy, you need resources. If you look at the U.S., Japan, some countries in Europe, their debt to GDP is in excess of 100. Is in excess of 100.
There you go.
You know. So,
but Al.
So and those economies are firing. Even if you look at some countries in the Caribbean, they have a higher debt to GDP ratio than Jamaica, and they're doing better than Jamaica.
But here and watch this.
So,
watch this. If you are paying the debt, remember Standard and Poor just a couple of weeks ago said to Jamaica, before the hurricane, a couple of weeks before the hurricane, said to Jamaica that you are the only country that have that debt to GDP that we are rating. Yeah. We are rating BB from BB minus, but you are not growing. You need to grow.
That's fair. Yeah.
The Prime Minister, just before you come in, the Prime Minister also gave us an example in the Parliament after the hurricane, where he said to us that when Haiti got that earthquake of 7.5 or something like that.
2010, I was there. I went to visit that. Yeah, right. 2010.
When Haiti got that earthquake, over 200,000 people died.
Yes.
He mentioned which country was it that got an earthquake? I don't remember if it was Chile that got an earthquake, 8 point something on the Richter scale, and just about 300 people died.
Yeah.
That refers to when you spend to develop your infrastructure. That Jamaica over the last 10 years was not interested in developing the infrastructure, but like we agreed, paying more than we need to pay on the debt, when that 100 billion could have gone into infrastructure development, we could have a stronger housing stock. Because when you go down to Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, a lot of the houses are wooden houses that weren't properly built, that were totally destroyed.
No, you are right to an extent, and you make a very cogent argument. But the thing is, with what's happened now, is it a case now that they can see it and now do it and think themselves, right, we need to put in some solid infrastructure? Because, Colin, we may be hit again within the next 5 years. With climate change, the way it's going, we got hit with a category 5. What were the wind speeds? Were what, 185?
185 miles per hour. But all we could be hit next year. Remember, we were hit last year too.
Exactly. So, I mean, there is a lesson. So, whatever you put up, it can't just be, okay, we're going to put back up wooden shacks, and you can't do that. I mean, that makes no sense. So you've got to be able to now plan your infrastructure and put something in, make people live more inward as opposed to on the coastal line. Move it forward, and you've got to get good people. There's a young lady, very bright. Her name is Heather Pinnock. Mm-hmm. You need to get people like Heather Pinnock in there to help with planning and things of that nature. And you've got to really think, right, how are we going to do this? How can we get people to move more in and out? What structures can we build for them? And that's going to take, and also as well, we have to repair infrastructure. A lot of the infrastructure we had is from the old colonial days when the English put it in. So, we've got to make it more 21st century. So you're right, that the investment going forward now has to be two things. One, you need to invest heavily in infrastructure. Two, you're going to have to need a part of that budget you do every year as a contingency in case something like this happens. So you know that there's access to funding that you have that can help you, as opposed to, okay, we need to go outside, we need to get the money from this person, that person, we need a bond. So you have to have a contingency in your national budget now for these kind of eventualities.
What is going to happen to the economy now, Al? We see where the government...
we're going to have a downturn. There's no question we're going to have a downturn. There's no question.
Will Jamaica be in a recession in a short while?
A possibility, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. I think we'll see a slowdown in in tourism, but there may be an uptick in remittances. You know, people will feel like, look, the people need it. They'll send more money to help family and friends. So we'll maybe see an uptick in that. Now, what we'll see is probably inflation going up. People have been saying by next week, fruits and vegetables in Kingston, because we had a little bit of a supply that's going to run down.
Mm-hmm.
So the inflationary impact, energy prices may go up. So
that's not a major.
you know,
JP has told us that before the hurricane, that electricity price will go up after the hurricane.
Oh yeah, of course. So that's what I'm saying. Your core inflation. So that's really what you're looking at. So you can't blame the Bank of Jamaica, because they're going to look at that and say, okay, can we still remain within that 4 to 6% band? I don't think so. It's going to go beyond that. Right, and then you have to keep drawing down. I mean, what did they draw down last? What did they go for to the market last week? I think it was in excess of $70 million.
$70 million. They mopped up $49 billion as well.
Exactly. So you're going to have continual drawdowns on the NIR. And also as well, the powering of the economy, the motoring of the economy,
but
it's going to be affected by this. It's going to take time.
Hindsight is 2020, they say. We have been looking at the policies of this government. Now, after Hurricane Melissa and everything, how do you rate the policies now of the Andrew Holness-led administration over the last 9 years?
As I said, and we talked about this before, I think one of the things you've got to understand is that they lost 3.5 years, financial years, to COVID. That's tough. By any measure, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you had a financial crisis, a health crisis, an economic crisis, all rolled into one. So 3.5 years, that was difficult, tough. But I mean, the country did come back. I think they fared pretty well bringing the country back. There's no question about that. But they lost 3.5 years, right? So there's that. But the only thing I think about, I can see is that the ability to act is a problem. I think, you've got to really look at this and say, what are we going to do? What do we want to accomplish? And I think that's the problem. I think they really need to get over this. This hurricane has shown you that more resources have to go into infrastructure. It has to. We can't make that mistake again. So we've got to bolster what we have, and we've got to use it as a buttress against climatic conditions. Which means we have to spend money.
You have seen inside some of the Caribbean corner of Jamaica. The government says poverty was 8%. Do you believe that?
It's not going to be way above that. It's going to be triple that. At least.
No, but do you believe it was 8% prior to the hurricane?
Judging from what I saw, and I mean, this was after the damage for just the people. A lot of poor people in these communities. So, I mean, I don't know how they measured that. I'd have to really look and see. But what you got to judge it by is our income per capita is still very low. I mean, what's it, $7,000 Our income per capita, that's very low. So I would say maybe they're being a little bit optimistic with that figure.
Come on, Al, call it as you see it. Call it as you see it, man.
I think that figure may be a tad bit optimistic, Colin.
The final thing before you go, Al. The final thing before you go. In the last 2 weeks, the government spent $120 million trying to defend the Jamaican dollars. They mapped up over $49 billion. That adds up to a total of $68 billion to save the dollar from losing 67 cents Jamaican, US.
Yes.
67 cents Jamaican, sorry. 67 cents Jamaican. Yeah. Are we throwing good money after bad money?
on the surface, on the surface, it looks that way, Colin. But there is a psychological element too, because we know that we're gonna go into hard times. We do know that. Also, as well, you don't want to have a panic whereby, okay, the dollar starts to slide, the economy starts to slide. You know, you want to have a bracing effect, and I think that's what I think they're trying to do: have a bracing effect.
I did say finally, but the final question: Where is?
Fine, you can chat. Yeah, go ahead.
Where is the Minister of Finance? We have not heard her since the hurricane, since 30%.
Did Nigel Clark come in last week to help out?
Tell her! He did?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Well,
tell me about that.
I wouldn't really want to go there. But,
they sent for Nigel?
But
somebody said that's breaking news.
Yeah. But the Minister of Finance should come out, I think, and speak. Someone said to me, you can draw a contrast between the way Siaga handled Gilbert and how this is being handled. Gilbert was a little bit before my time in the sense that I wasn't around, so I can't. But people have told me that he was very effective in the field.
Yes.
With Gilbert. So, I mean, there are lessons to be drawn. There are lessons to be drawn on how you get the country back and how you manage a situation like this and how you mobilize to deal with this crisis. So, but I think it can be done. But the thing about it, if you're paralyzed by fear and you don't know what to do, so you don't do anything, that in itself is a problem.
Are you saying that the government is paralyzed by fear?
I don't know, but it's just the inertia and the inactivity. What is holding them back? There must be something. And you do know, some people, they do. In a crisis, they freeze. Other people can rise to it and can function and have a heightened awareness of what to do. Other people freeze.
Tight up. You know? Asafa Powell.
Yeah, they tight up and they don't know what to do with it. No one wants to be seen to be doing something. What if I make a mistake? You know, everybody's scared. You know, you have a lot of new members of government who don't know what to do. Am I stepping on anyone's toes? You know what politics is like. But, you know, you need someone like a General Patton, someone like who can get the job done, roll the sleeves and say, listen, this is what we're doing and we're going to do it. We're going to help people and we're going to mobilize and we're going to go and help our people and get it done. Lead convoys. There's a simple thing you can do, you know. With all the trees and stuff in the road and things like that, you got a lot of people sitting in jails. We have someone look after them and get them to help clear the roads, right? You got to think outside the box. You got to do things that it's not business as usual. I think that's the problem. It's not business as usual. So you've got to do things outside to get Jamaica moving again.
Let me thank you for coming on at short notice, my brother.
There are companies, private sector companies that can help. Grace Kennedy, Jamaica Broilers, Sepco. You've got to.
The opposition said put together a broad-based oversight committee to manage this.
Yes, and I agree with that. They should.
Is the government playing politics and are afraid of coming together, having all hands on deck, that if this works out for the good of the people, them alone can't take the praise? Is it that's what they are afraid of?
Being politicians, that could be part of the thinking, but I hope that's not the case. I really genuinely hope this is not political calculus that's being employed there.
My brother.
We need the
Go ahead,
you need the best brains and the people with certain skill sets to come to the aid of the country. So the first instinct should be, let's get the best people and have a broad coalition to tackle this. Also, Let's come together and unite, both the PNP and the JLP. In Parliament, I saw them fighting the other day. That's crazy. The thing about the helicopter, both of them, the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition, should go in together, visit the communities together. That will even lift the people's spirits, just to see them together and say, you know what, if you go look back 10, 15 years, and they say, yes, the Prime Minister came down with the leader of opposition and we spoke to them.
Yes.
And we remember that. People will carry that in their hearts and they will remember that, you guys came together.
That would be a massive statement. That would be a massive statement. But
yes, it would be.
Is the Prime Minister man enough? Al, is the Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, man enough, big enough, bold enough to call Mark Golden and say, come, let's go hit the ground together. Let's galvanize our people and let's rise from this. Is he big enough?
I'm hoping he is. Colin, I'm hoping he is. I really do. I sincerely, honestly, mate, I'm hoping he is. And it needs it. The country needs it. You know what a signal that will send not only to the people in distress, but to even us in Kingston. It sends a signal to the entire country that when there's a crisis, the country can come together.
And to the world.
I was born and raised in England, right? And the old timers, now I'll tell you how Churchill rallied England during the war, how the country come together, how, and it's stuff of legend, right?
Yes.
So, we're in a crisis now. The country has to come together. The leadership has to come together. This should be a time to remember as this is when both parties came together for the greater good. As it stands now, we remember there's been fractures, people being divided, it's been polarized. It's not a good look.
Al,
it's not a good look. Optics count.
We're going to leave it right there, Al. We'll talk again. I'll call you.
Okay, Colin. Always a pleasure, Colin. Always a pleasure.
Blessings, man. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Al Edwards, financial journalist. Is Andrew Holness man enough, bold enough, big enough to call the leader of opposition and say, come, let's go hit the ground together. Let's show the people that we are standing together. One Jamaica, one people. 876-804-7072. Is Favour Williams in over her head? Is the Minister of Finance in too deep? Does the Minister of Finance possess the wherewithal to guide Jamaica out of this? Let me tell you something. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Big up yourself, Mr.
Caller?
Yeah, quiet, sister. Big up yourself.
Me there, I know what go on.
There, I know, listen.
Turn off the TV in the background.
Prime Minister carry feelings to the opposition, you know. Can't touch him, why?
The Prime Minister have to understand that his wife is not just his wife. She's a member of Parliament and she's the Speaker of the House. So she's fair game. She's not off limits.
Yeah, but him can't deal with that, you know. He can't deal with criticism.
Well, guess
so
what?
So the man them face and the man talk about his wife, man. He might carry feelings, you know. So he's not man enough. He's not man enough to hold the walk in hand with him.
Well, the country needs that right now, you know, brother.
You know, I see that. So the man upset. Everybody can't see the man upset because I two-time in touch your wife, you know. And I say in a parliament and in do it in a debate.
Yes. He make him walk out of parliament.
Yeah, and the man don't like that.
But partner, but Jamaica needs extraordinary leadership right now, you know, Carla. No ordinary leadership this need, you know.
The man thinking, man.
Hold on there. Hold on. 876-804-7072. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Talk Jamaica, we said this evening.
A blessed evening to you.
Don't move a muscle. Coming right back to you. Let me just finish with this scholar. Yeah, my brother, you have a minute to finish up.
Yeah, man. The man thin skin, so you can't go to that.
Well, we need leadership. Can he provide that leadership?
No, he's not a leader.
Oh.
He's not a leader, you know.
He's a manager.
He's a dictator. You understand me?
Rubber, shala.
Yeah, man.
Not a leader.
Pick up yourself, and you're no leader.
All right, sir. All right, my brother. Big up yourself.
All right.
876-804-7072. Good evening. Welcome. Talk up, Jamaica. Talk up.
A blessed evening to you.
Yes,
Isabel.
I. Yes, I.
And thanks for the opportunity for having a show like this.
Yes,
Portland Spice, where everyone can have a voice.
On Portland Spice.
It's well to listen Colin Bell. This is Comrade Red Rock.
Tell them.
Now, this is the answer. I've been listening to the show, watching the show, with that interview they have with that guy. There are things that I disagree with, but when he was going out, at the last part of the show, he told the truth.
Yeah.
The government is paralyzed by fear.
Yeah, big talk.
Wait, no. Yes, thank you. Look, remember, the election that's passed, the government in court right now in seat.
You mean the Prime Minister?
Yeah, in seat court, right?
Yeah.
The IC and in a court.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We have one thing where bigger than where them did come with both them traffic is just a gift. But the cement company money we're using at the election. Through this thing you come up now, everybody are going like say, then I talk about it. When me I talk about it, Comrade Red Rock. Warm to this cement money.
You mean when the cement company said that they paid fees to the GLP? What kind of fees were those?
All right. Remember them did say champion and say, how this company can give Jamaican PMP money to run it. So tell me something. What happened to this money now? So this government is sweating in its boots. Because
well, you watch cricket. You watch cricket, Comrade Red Rock?
Sir?
You watch cricket?
That's my game.
That's your game.
That's my game.
What happened to the government is that the game reached down to a critical stage.
All right.
12 runs to win from 4 balls. And the government is at the crease. And when the ball bowl, the way them nervous, him can't even pick up the bat for swing at the ball.
No, because you work now. If you remember one game in the 90s with Jimmy Adams, was it 3 runs? You remember, and Jimmy Adams will run lie down and we win that match there. It's back in any night, anyhow. But when we are trying to show you so right now, this government is sweating in its boots because I'm finding himself cornered. Because you do him say and do a lot of things to undermine the opposition. But a 2 Bible name clash right now in the thing. Mark and Andrew. But if you have to spell Andrew Owens and you spell Nebuchadnezzar, it's 14 letter I take to pronounce Nebuchadnezzar and also 14 letter to pronounce Andrew Owens. See me in a corner right now. He must sweat in a few boots more than anything. He's confused. He cannot.
You know that the Bible said Mark the perfect man.
All right. Make you think and I ain't show me listen to and participate. We just come up at the Rattigan show and I watch Rattigan,
Yes.
I'm just switch a little RJR at 5.
Yes.
And come right over here to your car. Me have no subject.
Yes. Psalms 37 verse 37 said, Mark the perfect man.
All right. The next thing again, you ask the brother like while. So about food shortage. Yes, there is a food shortage in Jamaica.
You think so?
Nothing. If a man dip on the ground in a boss man, I do my own thing, you know. I come teach my own self.
No, that is scary, you know. If there's a food shortage, is problem that, you know.
All right. You in Kingston, yeah?
Yes.
You live in Amona here.
Yeah.
You see, you have a big wholesale down by Marcus Garvey Drive near Sam Paris. You see, Sam Paris, most of the shops them are wholesale in a St. Andrew and Kingston shop at Sam Paris, okay?
Yeah.
And I go to Sam Paris the other day, last week, me and my grandson, and enough things me can't see on the shelf.
Well, that no sound good, you know. That's scary.
Sam Paris.
That's scary.
No,
In West, when we went down to Westmoreland the other day, a virgin said to me, say, you know, can of rice. We had a few food packages with rice and cornmeal and flour in them, but it was just about 6. Most of the packages are dry goods and toiletries and them something there. And the man said, yo, even if we have the money, we cannot get rice in Westmoreland.
All right. I usually pay $400 for half pound of saltfish at Papi Market. No, I have to pay $500 to eat.
Well, if there's a food shortage, you have a problem. I'm begging though, caller. The government has not yet get on its wheels, moving the way we would love to see them move. It's our government, and we want to see them move that people will get assistance. Government need to get a moving. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call, my brother. Blessings.
All the best. All the best.
876-804-7072. Do you think that the government is doing a good job with the relief, the hurricane relief? How do you assess the government? Out of 10, how much do you score the Andrew Wellness government and their performance after the hurricane? Now listen, if you don't realize, me not debate power happened before the hurricane, you know? Because if you say to me that we couldn't plan for a category 5, I will accept it. So we never planned for it. But after the category 5 hit, like I'll sit down say a while ago, you can't sit down on your hands. You have to now do something. So the question I am asked, how do you grade the Andrew Holness-led administration after Hurricane Melissa? How do you grade them? And me not just want to see you now put 0, 0, 1 person put 10. Why you grade them at that position? And I'll give you my grade. I see somebody grade them at 3. Maybe I'd grade them at 3 or 2.5 for the information that they give in the press conference, clearing of the roads, the helicopter drops. I believe that our international partners are out there more than what we see the government doing directly. I've said it on the program many a times that government agencies should be in the field maximum 5 days after. Shouldn't be longer than 5 days after for the government agencies to be in the field on the West, out there beating the ground, collecting the data. How many people have the government evacuated out of those bad situations into temporary shelter so far? That is one of the questions that we need answer to. Because if the government no move nobody yet, then that's a massive negative against the government. 876-804-7072. This is the Colin Bell Show. We're calling on Jamaica to speak. Talk Jamaica. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Bell.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, and sir.
Yeah.
from what from my spectacle and my point of view, I don't think we need the best mind nor the best brain to uplift Jamaica as it is now. Because this is something that the highs are meeting. Everybody see what need to be done. No rocket scientist needed. Every single
Common sense. Common sense is not common, son.
Okay.
You hear Al Edward said it, you know. Al Edward said it. Hold on. Al Edward said what he think is that the government is overthinking the catastrophe.
I don't think they're overthinking because they don't have that capacity.
But when you don't have the capacity, my brother, the things that are simply needed, move some people out of the area, put them at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium, get your elderlies and your people with disability, put them over Braco Village, over Braco Hotel, and take care of them, bring in doctors and nurses and psychiatrists and psychologists. When you get them in one place, people have clean water to drink. These are simple moves, but they are too simple for people who want chaos, because chaos brings money.
Yeah, but and the next step again about it, to sometimes what you're thinking from a human being point of view as a person. But you must remember those people are not human.
What you mean them are not human? Them are what?
Then if them are human, why are they not thinking as just like you are thinking?
But may I use common sense?
Human being think like human being. They are not. And second again, I don't know if you were paying any attention to Mr. Vaz. He has unleashed a damning information there in a little speech with him and Buju Bantam when he said over 300 planes touched down on the tarmac there in Norman Manley with relief.
And that's why I'm saying, from where I sit, I don't think we are short of food. I don't think we are short of supplies. What we are short of is coordination, that central organization that brings everybody together and disperse people and ensure that everybody is touched, every community is attended to. The government is missing out on that level of organization.
It's not. I'm telling you this. You know what I realize is Jamaica divided right now, and as Desmond Mackenzie said, he will not give Jamaica. As you remember that statement, and I want you to really look deep into what he's saying. So something that we don't know that they know.
Why is it that the government can't tell us how many people are homeless? Hold on for the caller. Marshy, Wagwan.
Me there, no man, me there. Me have a little problem. All right, 4 container contaminated food mission.
Listen, that Marshy. Hold on. Why they not call Darrell?
Because him can do a overnight investigation and find out who.
Yes. That's not easy, man.
Easy. I must say, 2 man gonna lift up them there now.
But them they have to lift one truck and something there. Darrell supposed to can find that easy.
Well on. I know something where 2 man can just lift up and carry away.
No, it need tractor head. It's trailer load.
You really?
Trailer load. Trailer load. Trailer load.
I got how hard to come out.
You know big tune, boy. Go there. You know big tune. Trailer load. They have a trailer load of rice to go come off.
You know, but hear me now. Them say the food contaminated. You hear the news that somebody gets food or must drinks or something another and take sick afterward?
Yes, I was listening to that in the news this evening. Here is this.
Yes, so we don't know what one. We didn't go on. But no, take this one serious. 4 container. Hey, no man. No, come on, Darrell.
find out and tell we.
He
Find
must,
out and tell we.
he must can find that
and
out
furthermore, yeah, man, Darrell can find out that easy, man. If him not find it out, him no want to find me out because I would all want to friend them. Because I want if people know him, you know. No. All Buju know him too.
But Marshy,
yeah,
hold on, tell me something. I don't know if you heard Darrell saying that the cargo left the airport untouched, unscathed. Is it
you want me answer you?
Is it, hold on.
You want me answer you?
Here's the question I may ask you. Is it that we stop searching at the airport? We don't search goods when they come in again?
You know, answer me, answer you. Tell us I saw gun come in. I saw gun come in. Nah, sir. And somebody must tell Darrell Boss to go to hell, you know, straight and plain. And he must be fired. Because let me tell you, you say if it's the government of another country, send some stuff for us during the hurricane, and it will come directly from that government, it will come at the airport and don't dig up. But any other private citizen like Buju, pack a barrel and send, it's going to be searched.
It must be.
Am I right or am I right?
You are right. Yes, you are right.
so what? Darrell want those custom officers to lose their job.
And the customs need to come out and clarify this. We want to know if we are letting in the cargo and not searching them.
Yeah.
Viewers, hold on. Viewers, the caller that was on hold, he hanged up. That's why I didn't go back to him. Him hang up. When you hear that, boom.
And the Minister of National Security should step in this because that thing custom fall under the Minister of National Security.
Yes. Yes.
The Prime Minister is the Chief of Defense.
Yes.
Him at the head of everything.
He's
Prime
the Minister of Defense. I'm
coming like I'm more offense. You tell me say the thing coming and not search.
You know, the man say it left untouched, unscathed. It's too clip. Hold on. I want you to hear the clip where I tell you about how it left. Listen to this. Listen this.
And accusations made. I immediately ordered the investigation overnight into this morning, for which I received this morning, and I'm satisfied that all the procedures that are in place for relief shipments were carried out, and that the goods left intact and were in the custody of the charity who took them to Spanish Town to a warehouse that has nothing to do with government, privately arranged warehouse.
Listen this
I
now.
went further to speak to the custom broker contracted by the importers, who has also confirmed the same information to me, that the shipment was intact, untouched, unscathed, and that he has put that in writing to me.
You hear that, Marshall?
So I want to make it abundantly custom broker contracted
hold on. Listen
by
again.
the importers,
Hold on.
who has also confirmed the same information to me, that the shipment was intact, untouched, unscathed, and that he has put that in writing to me.
Yeah, Marshy.
I would have liked to ask that person something. Really? I saw the airport.
That's what I wonder now.
I saw the thing then go down the warehouse. I saw them go to the custom place and industrial terrace. I saw them go down there. Then just left and go there. No touch. That's why so much gun can't find there.
We're
on, Darrell.
We're calling on the government and calling on.
Man.
We're calling on customs to be more vigilant.
And you see, after saying like this, I asked the PNP to remember, don't stuck in the 1449 syndrome anymore. Stop it. Get out of the 1449 syndrome. These things are things you don't have to talk about and make a whole heap of noise. And not make nobody shutting up in a parliament and talk about standing order. there's a time to stand and there's a time to sit. And when questions like these are asked, Madam Yamed, not supposed to tell people to shut up because the country need to know this thing. Nothing can go that kind of way. As I said, if England sends something or any country send anything to the hurricane, it can come at airport and then move from there without search. But as long as it's a private citizen, send any barrel, anything, it can just come through China search. Darrell Vaz, you lie again. You lie, Darrell. You lie.
Somebody's reminding me that customs is under the Ministry of Finance, not National Security. But maybe the immigration might be under national security, but customs is under finance.
Okay, well, we stand corrected, but the fact remains, things can't just come into and no search.
All right, Marshall, thank you.
Nothing can go so.
Nothing go so. Little more.
Go.
Little more. Let me see if I can find back my brethren. That was there. Hold on. Because I'm going to touch about the brethren. But Chris Campbell was in Jamaica. One of our ambassador was in Jamaica for a couple of days. I had the pleasure of meeting Chris Campbell. And he's one of our donors as well. Maybe now I'm telling you that, but I tell you now. You understand? And we were packing up to go down to Westmoreland this week, but we might go next week. We might not bother go this week because we are doing all that we can. Chris!
Good afternoon, Colin, Bell, and family. What I say?
Happy to know that you are back home safe and sound. And thanks for all that you have done for the people of Jamaica, stepping in, bringing in some things and assisting some people like myself to get some more stuff for the people down there in Westmoreland.
Colin, when I see the suffering down there, the destruction, it is really heartbreaking, But to me, Colin, the worst part of this thing, I drove for 4 hours back and 4 hours going back to Kingston.
Yes.
I never see one government van with a decal that of any service to the people on that road.
That's the question I've been asking, Chris. I've been asking of people who have gone into the areas. While you're in the area, have you seen any agents?
Nothing.
Of the government in there doing work? When you ask the people if anybody come, what did they say to you?
Nobody came. And this is 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks out. More than 2 weeks out. People literally Colin was sitting in the rubble with no shelter from the elements and asking for food and stuff like that. Abandoned by the government. And I don't give a backside about the PR and them spin because we know that's what them have them degree in. I went and I saw for myself. I didn't just stay in Kingston. And it's a disgrace. But you know what? My mom have a saying, you can only be disappointed if you're expecting something. I don't expect nothing from this government.
Blessed is he who expect nothing, because he shall never be disappointed.
Exactly, Colin. We are some of the most delusional people in the world. I have come to that conclusion. I would just set the bar so low that we expect so little.
Yeah.
That's another thing. So we are quite contented with crumbs.
Yes.
But you cannot have corrupt people to take people to the next level. Corruption no good can come out of corruption. These are corrupt people. I don't care how...
Mystical tell us every day that this government will never be able to take us anywhere positive because of the level of corruption.
How can it? The fish rotten from the head. The fish rot from the head. And I don't see, you are a man of faith, Colin. How can a corrupt person sit and shepherd people?
Can't.
If you have a corrupt mind and a corrupt will. You can't do it. It cannot be done.
What burned them with
Right.
Bujo argument, is when Bujo said the head of the stream dirty. That is where them vex about,
Well, if the cap fit,
tell her, wear it.
Wear it. If the cap, my only concern is for the poor and powerless. I do not give a damn about Andrew Holness and him bag of crooks them.
Yeah.
Because I know they are crooked. The people of Jamaica, even the one them a vote for him, know him crooked. Them can't say what them want. Okay? A policeman called a friend of mine and said, Andrew just have a building down for Rockford was it's almost finished, a big white building. So we know, we know the game. The people the poor will be left. Them go and go down there and take the land in a St. Elizabeth, in a Black River and do what they want with it. That's their plan. And push out the people that have been there for decades. So them friend can come in and build up the waterfront and do whatever.
Chris.
But I hope those people make sure they are compensated for the land.
Yeah.
Because even if they don't own it, they have been on it for decades and they have rights.
Chris, you've been on the ground. You went down there, you saw the people. What are your biggest fears right now?
My biggest fear, Colin, is that when the fanfare die down, people will be left in the lurch. One next big story going to take the attention off of Jamaica, and those people will be left down there in the rubble to fend for themselves. That's my big fear.
If we don't get it together now, trouble lies ahead.
Yes. Because we know how that works. The next big story, and CNN gone and everybody gone. And, the people are just left there to fend for themselves.
Yeah, when
Colin,
Trump fire in a Venezuela, that's the end of Jamaica's limelight.
Exactly. And Colin, I sent you an article that about the homelessness thing out of this hurricane.
Yeah, I was trying to read it and wasn't getting to read it. It wants me to pay for the article, to pay to read it, to subscribe to what is it, The Guardian?
Yes.
So I didn't get a chance. Tell us a little bit about it.
I mean, the gist of the thing is, they said it has created about 300,000 people in terms of homelessness because of the destruction of the homes. And these people now going basically migrate into other parishes.
Yes.
Short term, some people might never go back because who knows, But there seems to be no plan by the government for the post-hurricane build-up. I mean, you can even hire people to start clean up around them and create jobs, short-term jobs. So them clean up the environment. Cleaning up the place is the first thing before you can do anything. Why not hire them people there?
The government said that in the parliament, but we don't see it start yet. What are they waiting on?
I don't know. Because they don't seem to. I think that the plan was hoping that the hurricane never come. It seemed to me that's the plan. Because I went down there and I looked, and two weeks out, it looked like the hurricane just hit. Nothing has moved.
And that was
garbage.
That was one of our disappointment on our second trip down there. We didn't see much changes in terms of starting the cleanup, starting the restoration, starting to get people out of squalor, getting the people out of the swamp, out of the muck and the mud.
But Colin, there was I saw a guy that worked for the government. I guess he works in the department in the land agency, and he was down there mapping out the lands to see which is the government own. So we know what that is all about. No, remember, the people them literally sitting in the rubble, see me. But their thing is to, and they need to do that. I'm not talking about not doing it. I'm saying this is not the time. Get the rubble away, clean up the place, and you can do that. But in the middle of this is what your priority is, to make sure you can snatch up all the need for snatch up. I know friends them come in and get it for little or nothing. I mean,
it's sad.
I don't know about it.
It's sad.
We are some of the most delusional people in the world. If we think what I see in Jamaica is not prosperity. Real prosperity is educated people who's the foundation of any good economy. We don't produce nothing. We don't export nothing. All we're doing is consuming. So you know, this America is going into a recession, you know.
But
All
I
big companies
have been telling
is
you people,
freezing.
Chris, I've been telling you people here that this is a government of consumption, not a government of production. And one of the there are two major scares that I have, two major concerns. One is that this government won't be able to grow the economy now. They weren't able to grow the economy when we had 14 parishes firing. Now we have about 7 leave to fire.
Right.
They won't be able
Tourism
to do it.
is on its backside for the next year or so, for sure.
Oh my
Montego
God.
Bay.
Oh my God.
I went to Montego Bay, and Montego Bay is in not flattened like the rest of the place. But
I don't know if you heard the news.
I
don't know if you heard the news. Bahia Principe is closed indefinitely.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, man. Bahia Principe is closed. One of the biggest hotel on the island is closed. So, problem.
When, you know this, Colin, that when you throw your egg in the tourism basket, you know, is a very tenuous existence because anything can lock it down. Pandemic or, you know, hurricane or whatever.
Or a
recession here.
Or a government just decide to put out some travel advisory, say don't go.
Right. So why not balance out the economy? Why don't we have the power to grow with agriculture? We don't do it. We import everything under the sun into the island. Everybody is happy, you know, until the Titanic hit a iceberg, and then we all go down together.
Yeah.
That seems to be the way we want to live this life. We are a delusional people.
Anyway, Chris, my other big fear before you go is that the example of delay in this instance is 80.
I wish the people would wake up, Colin, and see the real. Stop going for the spin. We have a population that is barely literate. Half of the people barely literate. The young people, them don't have no skills. Most of them barely can read and write. How we going to survive AI and these things? If we're sitting duck, our young people, they're not productive, most of them. They're not getting the education they need to be productive and strive in our world that is moving at warp speed. And we're just running and being clownish and buffoons leading the country. It's a very sad thing to watch. It's very sad.
Thank you.
All right, my friend.
Thank you for the call, my brother. We will talk. Yeah. Somebody in the chat room said 1,800 jobs gone at the closure of Bahia Principe. 1,800 jobs gone. Who was the person I had on? Don't remember, you know. Don't remember if you had somebody on, put them on hold, and we lost the call. Jamaica is in dire straits. The problem is, caller, good evening.
Good evening.
I think I had you on the call before I take a call and you hang up.
Yes, Mr. Bell.
Yeah, man.
The gentleman was speaking before about Cornwall Mountain. So, Cornwall Mountain damage Barnyside and Bethel Town, but no one go around to Barnyside.
Nobody no go around to Barnyside yet?
No.
Oh, you know that? Oh, you know that?
But no one touch around there yet.
Oh, you know that?
And may have my sister them around there with them house breakdown and other family member run at the road there. All for them house breakdown flat.
You go around
there? And most people around there don't have any shelter too.
So you go around there yet?
No, me in America, man. But me get information from the ground.
Wow. You send something to them?
Yeah, man. We send a lot of things out there already.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
If Jamaicans weren't showing the Jamaican spirit, people reaching out and giving what they have, what a catastrophe.
You have a guy around there, eyesight kind of gone, his son died, or his house break down flat too.
And the government left them people around there. And then you have people
Yeah,
on
nobody
social
not coming
media.
around here call look all you have all people with their house stop blow off, don't just need some zinc and nobody not come to assist all those people.
Brother, let me tell you something, man. The government
All in a better town, you have
lapse.
people house stop just blow off and then just need zinc to put on back on it to going back inside here. Nobody not going to take down note or anything.
Are you aware that there are some people who are saying that it is not the government's responsibility?
Well, of course, but the government have a lot to take care of and him not doing the right thing neither. Because him not sending out the team. You're supposed to have a team where you send out to take up some
Alfred
give some information.
Alfred Dawes had said to the government, we're just coming out of an election where both political parties were canvassing. We have canvassers. Why you don't organize up and get those people to go on the ground, go take up the information?
Right, you have people pick up on
Why is it
whosoever needs some zinc, get back zinc, and whosoever house breakdown. You have that information, how much people live in a household and 5 household, people house gone, and you know.
Yes, sir.
You get those people in a shelter.
Brother?
It's hard for people turn up on that tree and shelter, you know.
Somebody call Andrew Wellness and tell Andrew to come listen to the Colin Bell show. Tell the Prime Minister
politics and this is
to
not the time
walk
to
away from the GLP vloggers. They're not doing you any good.
Right.
Walk away, Mr. Prime Minister, from the GLP vloggers at this time. They're not helping you.
True. I want you for this pleasure they go on in the place, you know. Yeah. One of my sister at the hospital right now in brain leak.
Boy.
Fridge gone in, looking, see all in shop breakdown and all of them stuff. They know help to put back together.
It's a whole heap of mental damage down there, you know, Carla. Lot of mental damage, emotional distress.
All Belvedere. You have one place named called Rattrap Belvedere. What I done there so flat too. Yeah, right out of square, the school, shop. I have also a family member out there, so all the shop them gone, everything gone. Nobody now push out no effort.
Somebody said take the people out of the wilderness. They can be put up in hotel. Let me tell you something. Some people are going like say the hotel then too good for people them. Some years some labor right at
if tourists can't stay in the hotel, why the other command people can't stay in it?
But Carla, the government of Jamaica owns some hotel in there. You didn't know that?
Yeah, what?
The government owns some hotel. Put the people them in it.
Yeah,
use up the Chilani multi-purpose stadium. Use up the indoor center
town.
So
go stay too.
You understand?
In America, they call we alien and all of them stuff. The way up here are alien, that's what them saying. And when they are foreign and the Chinese and the white people, all the people them come out there and buy up all of them land there and then stuff. Then we don't have none. Then say we are squatters. How that coming?
All right.
So I know about that.
Big up yourself. Yeah. Big up yourself.
Yeah, all right. All right, Mr. Bell. Me call you again. Long time listener, first time talking to you.
One love, my brother. Thanks for the call. It's a pleasure talking to you. Say your first time caller. You say your first time caller. We're just trying to return a call. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. Those of you who support the Jamaica Labour Party.
Hello?
Yes, caller, good evening. Hold on. Those of you, hold on for me. Those of you who support the Jamaica Labour Party, who out there talking foolishness that government not responsible for find shelter and people can't be evacuated, it'll cost too much money. Stand down. Stand down. Caller, good evening. Go ahead.
Wagon, good night.
Me there, man.
Why the election just done last month, solid last month.
Yeah.
And during the election, Prime Minister was out 2 o'clock at night. I find people that campaign all over the country. You know, in fine, no matter where they in fine,
Yes.
And I'm sure if there was an election going on now, he would have reached those places long ago.
Yes.
You know, the big conference, one after three, the after three conference, to show enough of them people that did it. Some of them people were St. Elizabeth were among that crowd.
Of course.
You know, yeah, of course. So, but it's just that sometimes God covers some of them people are listening. You know, it's just that the opposition has to be the one who are defending them. You know.
Yeah.
But when that they're listening, you know, gotta beat them.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
good suffer
You see,
for the bad because
when God have a leader for you, and as a people, you decide that you don't want a leader where God have for you. You want who you prefer. Then God allow you to take the leader where you want, and then you suffer.
and clearly God give him gotta give a beating. Just at the good suffer for the bad.
No, the good no suffer for the bad, they suffer with the bad.
Right, because if you look at it and say, let's say if PNP win the seat in let's say St. Elizabeth, you find that there will be people in the constituency who are also Labour. Like
of course. Labour right there everywhere.
Exactly.
PNP there everywhere.
So it's really sad. And this just a show the Prime Minister. A lot of people know and realize who the Prime Minister is. But this has show him up. While the people must have him go on a profile with a helicopter and press conference upon press conference. You know? So if you go down there, make the people get some food and take care of them.
Evacuate. Evacuate is a word that the government need to start to use. You should have evacuated some people already. There are still people in there who needs to be evacuated. Take them out of the chaos. All right, caller, thanks for the call. Yeah, man. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, Colin, quickly, can I come on already? By your principal close, right?
It closed already. Closing definitely.
It closed already.
Yes.
Arrange something no, that you could house a few people there for a period of time. Them can't get around that.
Some of the labor right bloggers them said going cost the government too much, and Jamaican people are gonna mash up them place. I was listening to a program yesterday evening, and they had somebody on explaining why the large hotels wouldn't take in some of the people them, even if they're going to give the government a discount. I never hear so much crap. I never know so we so wicked against yourself. Yes.
It costs more than life.
But the government show you that in a Marshy. I don't know if you did hear the question in the last press conference where the young lady from TVG asked how many families are homeless and how many people are homeless. Did you hear that question?
I think I missed it.
Listen
Hold
on. Listen this.
Good morning, Camille Williams from Radio Jamaica / Television Jamaica. The question I have is for Commander Gale. Commander, you said that there are 146,000 structures that sustained major or severe damage in the hurricane. The question I have is how many are houses and how many of those are in the West? All right? And then the other question I have, how many families are now homeless and how many people do you have down as being homeless now?
Listen to the answer now.
So I can repeat.
So I did mention about 146,000 structures having assessed to have major to severe damage. We're still going through the process now of delineating which were businesses, which were homes. As you can appreciate, this was done through geospatial data. So it has to be parsed and verified on the ground. But I'll ask the team, they have started looking into it. I'm tracking, however, just about 90,000 households affected and 360 persons impacted in terms of the persons.
360 or 360K?
360K, sorry. I did make that mistake on Tuesday as well.
And then also the numbers of buildings. I think you gave the wrong number.
Yeah, I did say 130 on Tuesday. So I meant 130,000.
Thank you.
So indicated here the 146,000. In terms of numbers of homeless, that is still being assessed, and I believe Minister has some fresh information. Okay,
we'll get that number.
So
as I mentioned before, he said it was just a.
You hear the man? The man say him not know how much people homeless. Him not have that
He
figure.
don't know one damn thing. Well, if you pick up some set of people who don't know none, because where him come from, all of us on the world is just thump him out like deck of card and say, you go and go do this. No credibility, nothing at all. But before I go, Colin,
yeah,
how much money the government pumped in at the from the NIR and the dollar last week? About 90 million.
No, about 70 million. About 70 million US.
All right, good. And about how much them take out of circulation? 400 billion?
49 billion. So
49 billion.
Right. So in the last 2 weeks, they would have put $120 million in propping up the dollar and 49 billion Jamaican dollars out of circulation. In fact, one at the time last week, we were saying that the government spent $68 billion Jamaican to save 67 cents Jamaican.
That dollar still 161 something and counting.
Yes.
So
the
only winner, yeah, the only persons who gain from all of that is what they call in financial term the oligopolies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got.
More Marshy.
Yes, yes.
876-804-7072. Me never remember if you ask Marshy out of 10 how much you rate the government thus far on their performance on the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. How do you rate the government on the aftermath after Hurricane Melissa? Out of 10. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good night, Mr. Bell.
Welcome, sir. Blessings. Talk, Jamaica. Talk.
From you hear me talk, you know the first time I call, you know, you must know the first time I call.
Yeah, it's a strange voice.
Me, the voice not strange, but the voice strange to the platform.
Talk to me. Where you gone? Talk to me, man. Hello, caller.
Means I'm gonna take my time, take my own time.
Don't listen to the television, you know. If you listen to the television in the background while you talk to me, you're going to have a serious problem because there's a major delay between the phone and whatever you're watching the channel on. Or am I reconnect? So it's not that in our body area. Yeah, but you come back. Go ahead now.
All right, Mr. Bell. Mr. Man, with the dep on the ground. The dep on the ground from the third day after the storm. I go to St. Elizabeth first. I go to Manchester. I go to Black River. I go to all of them places down the country. And when I say, Colin, I hear you tell people say I go down there 2 times, but I know it's not the same man.
No. But you have to understand.
It's not the
Hold
same
on.
man.
Let me tell you something. Me different from the other people who go with me. The other people who go with me not the same. You have to remember that I am an ardent individual by training. So,
yeah,
me know how to go in there and leave them down there. But everybody else who went down there with me, bring back everybody with them. With them. Yeah, man. Them bring back everybody with them, man. Can't eat, can't sleep.
May I tell you, say it happened to me for about 3 days now. But Thursday now, this Thursday gone. I go to Petersfield, I go Montego Bay, I go Black River, I go White House, I go all of them places there.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something. See, from the third day when I go down there, just as way Mr. Marsh say, it's the same way all the people them are beg and are go on. And now have not where to go. So what this government do from almost 20 a day now?
Today is the 17th,
the 17th
of November. The storm was on the 28th of October. So you count the days. We now count the 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 days since Hurricane Melissa hit. 20 days.
You have your picnic them in your house, and your wife in your house, and your dog, and you push them and you feed them for 20 days. Where you go back go see?
Bones.
No dead people.
Bones.
No sick people you go back go see.
Yes.
Brother, listen what I say to you. The government need to take the seller them off of the road. We are selling at the dirty water and in the contaminated water.
Yes, I saw that too. You know, hold on. Hold on there, Sean. I was listening IRA FM this morning, and a long time I don't really listen to IRA FM, but it's like a God sent me over there. And when Amber came on, she start burn a fire. But you know which part the fire get hot? She mentioned a young lady and said she was one of the first person who step out to help. She called that gentleman, must have go down a catching all somewhere down there in a Montego Bay. With him tractor, the man died from leptospirosis. I heard pan this morning.
Because you know the reason being? Because you see the animal them were dead in the water, the same water running on the road, the car flash it up in the people.
But brother,
them foot.
When you go down there, you see people up and down in the water, people are washing in the water, people are bathing in the water, people are swimming in the water. And we are saying that if you're swimming in the water, you're going to drink the water.
Automatically. Just like when you're there sea, and we are swim, you catch sea water in your mouth.
When me a little boy and we are going to river, the first thing you do before you jump off is drink some of the river water. It's a habit.
I go up at the school, Mr. Colin. I go up at the Petersfield Primary School first. And the devastation when I see the people, they come like the man can't. I give the man them the bag because something because go Lego. And I want to tell you, say, God send me up the primary school when the high school we did forgot. And I tell you this. You see, when we give the woman the bag, she partially she drop because she can't manage the bag. And then the big bag me give her.
She weak.
Them not enough strength, them not enough health, right? And them look at some of them where them are cooking a box and go give the people, them think they can't work. People want them cornmeal porridge, people want them soup, people want something to give them energy. Rice can't give energy, general.
No.
Rice a full belly.
But you're
and
the next
then
thing.
look how more you feel the same.
You're the next thing. You know, it's stress. Bring on more sickness by you more than anything else.
So, Colin, if you did have your car, your house, your bar, your shop, and you did have your whole heap of things, them, and your friend them used to come at evening time, come play domino, everybody a laugh. And tomorrow morning you don't wake. It come like a nightmare. Oh, you don't feel.
You don't have nothing.
And the government lay back in a theme bed for 20 days and bust big belch and turn over and cock up him foot for 20 days and watch the people them a go down just like that. The one them a just sport team, you know? The one who just say he no want to lead with.
Yes.
The one who just say he no trust.
Yes.
The one who say them no want a white man. Them want a black man to lead them. So when the black man lead them now, what the black man do to them?
Tala. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the call. Big up yourself. And
brother,
thanks,
tell you no,
thanks
man,
for the
no.
time where you take for go down there and go help. Thanks, my brother. Thank you.
General, may I tell you, man, this is so heartrending, man. We know, say, boy. Look how we stay at town and we dash our food, we cook big pot of food and we dash it to a because we don't want that we're going to get a net and look on people now. Any clothes, right now, 2 big bag of clothes me pack up, you know, for the people, them, you know, because sell me, did I sell them, you know. But me say, no, people want things
Yeah,
even
man.
more than
Yeah,
me.
man. Yeah,
Me
man.
want Colin, more help, but people need life.
Yes.
Me don't help
And,
me need, but people need life.
and that's what I've been saying to a lot of the GLP vloggers who are cheering on the government. I've been saying to them, it's not just houses people lost. People lost hopes and dreams. People lost people also lose just the will to carry on. I don't know if you hear what I say. When we went down there the last time, I saw a lady mapping a house, frantically mapping, white tile on the floor, and she a map. You know what is missing, my brother? No roof, no dep on the house. And she a map the floor.
Every time I hear this government say, I'm going to go on some aid, I'm going to go on some chapaling. Yo, I told me now want cuss nobody word, man. Where the people them need chapaling for the good God, man. The people them not need no chap. The people them need a standard place like one hub where 40, 60 people sleep, yeah, so. And them can wake up a morning and get them good, hot, warm meal in the morning where the people them used to. Because them is not no beggar, no. Some people will lose for them home, you know.
Just good night, Colin. And let me say this. You need to take them out of where they are and contain them and keep them sanitized. Make sure that they're cleaned all the time. Mothers, women who have them monthly cycle.
Jesus Christ.
There's so many things, man. There's so many things
Look here,
going
I'm begging the government.
And right now,
I'm begging the government. I said to the government, Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium is yours. That stadium have at least 45 bathrooms or more. You have covered area. You have the play field. Put in some tent. Put in more portalets. Put in light. Put in water where people can get a proper shower. Lay down in a place and stop fret that if rain come tonight, me I go wet up again. Jesus Christ, man, have a heart. You have Brackup Village owned by the government. You have El Greco owned by the government. You have other hotels right now that are empty. Take out some of the people. Man. Everybody are going to want to leave. We know that. But there are some that needs to leave. There are people in there with diabetes who take insulin. We don't have no fridge to keep the insulin pan. As you mentioned, there are young ladies in there just starting their menstrual cycle. There are some that when they have their menstrual cycle, they kind of pain and agony with them in. What is happening down there? Open defecation. People have no bathroom, so them just grow on, so go do them thing and go over there, so go do them thing. Dead dog up the river. Dead dog up the river. Coming down in the stream where the people them are washing her, and then you have labor rights sit down on social media saying it is not the government responsibility. Jesus Christ.
Mama ask you a question, Colin. May I ask you a question, you know? You think it's fair for this moped woman to come on TV and smile with people, and people are dead and people in a crisis, and you go like everything they good?
Me not like our persona.
People. But let me tell you this, man. Me no want a smiling face come, cause that not gonna wear the little sweet of your face look. I step in our neck.
Yeah, man.
Just spit in our face.
Yeah, man.
And the thing is, that Colin, what I love to see is a statistics of how many people have been affected by this. Like, really, because
I feel so.
People, you know, I don't think people fathom the reality of the amount of people that is affected by this thing.
No, they don't.
I don't think we have
They don't.
The amount of
and that's why I play.
Hold
on. That's why I played the clip a while ago with this young lady from TVJ asking the question: how many families are homeless and how many people are homeless? It's two different numbers, that you know. Yeah. Remember, a family can consist of 5. So after you have the family, we need to know how many people the government On the 5th, on the 13th of October, never have that figure yet.
But Colin, if elections start right now, the councillor come in, him know how much people him want. The MP know how much people him a target.
Yes, man.
Them know how much house them a target.
Yes, man. And they
So
know
why them cannot give the people them a figure how much people they with the target slap away?
Brother, the man a joke out the thing here. We need leadership. Thank you for the call, though.
We need leadership.
Yes.
And we need love. And we need compassion to the people them. Them thing they done. Them love them with the neighbor. We can't say we neighbor dead and we are disrespect them.
And I
We
laugh
can't
about
say we
it.
neighbor them hungry and we are disrespect them. We used to cut in our home. We went and our granny send me over there, so go look for Aunt Joyce with a plate of food. She send back piece of cake. Where them days are there?
Little more, my brother. Thanks for the call. Thanks to the lady.
All right. Bless up yourself, Colin.
Blessings.
You don't know.
Blessings. Tomorrow evening, we are going to be here. Wednesday evening, we have a big interview lineup. Make certain on there from early. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. I think this is my first time dialing to you, Colin Bell, and I listen to your program.
Thanks for the call.
No problem. I listen to you like Saturday afternoons.
Oh.
Yeah. I listened to the other caller before and all the other callers before that. And one of the big questions I have is, with all of this aid coming into the country, why hasn't the government been out there delivering stuff to the various communities? Now, I have seen the entertainers, I follow them, like the Buju, the Spice, all of them.
Yes.
They're out there. Even you. I even follow you.
Thank
and
you.
I've seen you been out there.
Yes.
Right? But why have I not seen the government? Right? I think people may confuse Mark Golding and the PMP. They're not the government.
No, sir. Not
They're
at
the
all.
opposition. Right. They're the opposition. And I follow them, and I'm gonna add a caveat. I am a PMP, end of story. I'm not even gonna deny that, right? So I follow them, so I see them. But why have I not seen the government of Jamaica out there? Why have I not seen the finance minister, who should be big and bold in this time when we need to talk about the finances of the country? Why has she not been out there? Why has not the health minister? Unfortunately, he is not a medical doctor, but why has he not been so vocal? And why is it that the opposition, right, the Dr. Dayton Campbell, the Dr. Dawes, have spoken to what is potentially and what is currently going on in this country in terms of potential diseases and outbreaks of this country?
Dr. Alfred Dawes, early out in the piece, told the government that we have to be careful about these outbreaks, leptospirosis, dengue, you name it. We are seeing now people dying from what is alleged to be leptospirosis. We could have prevented some of this. We could have prevented some of this. The government has been slow to react. And that's why my questions, are not what about what happened before the hurricane. Because if they are saying that you couldn't plan for the Category 5, I give them that. But
Yep,
what
I
have you
agree.
been doing since this happened? Yes, it is a disaster. It has been a category 5. Our housing stock never withstand it. And therefore,
Right.
what we are going to do now, we must pick up the pieces. We must take out the vulnerable people out of these areas. Take out women and children who are willing to move. Clean up the place
Right.
and start build back. The longer we take, the example is 80.
No, I completely agree. I've said that to other people. I think Jamaica, you have Haiti, who's French, and you have Cuba, who's Spanish. And I said, I guess the next one will be Jamaica, English, will be the 3 countries that is going to be behind in the 8 ball, right? So all these aids have been coming into that country, right? And they have not been filtered through to some of the most needed areas. That question needs to be asked and that question needs to be answered. Why is it not being filtered through to some of the hard hit areas? I get Black River, St. Elizabeth, right? But the I actually crossed over in New Hope in eastern Westmoreland.
Oh, yes, yes. And they have been devastated. But Carla, quite a few areas get hard hit, right?
Yes, yes, yep.
Hard. What the government should have done at least a week ago, 2 weeks ago, is evacuate those people who wanted to be evacuated. People who need medical attention, people with chronic diseases, people who are disabled should not be in that space right now. I saw a video the other night with a little boy on the road begging. And when they asked him, did your mother send you? He said his mother can't walk. And the mother said, go out, make certain you get food and water. And when him go home, him bigger brother cook. His mother cannot walk. That family should not be out there begging. Jamaica is not so poor, Jesus Christ. We're not so poor, man.
Thank you.
We have little more than that, man. We can do little better than that. Those people should have been evacuated. You take them information, look at them house. Some people are talking about if you evacuate them, they have to go leave everything. Some of them don't have nothing. Nothing them no have. And what they have left not really mean much.
It means nothing. So think about this, right? So in the election, right, leading up to it, was it not the prime minister who said there is prosperity?
Prosperity.
Right? I may be misinterpreted, but I could have sworn I heard prosperity. Jamaica has prosperity.
Yeah, man.
This is to show that the infrastructure of the country is lacking. It is beyond subpar, right? So if you're building these areas and these houses and concrete block houses have been knocked down, I've been watching a ton of videos. Concrete block houses knocked down from Melissa. This is a Cat 5. I don't think people understand and I don't think they realize the impact of a Cat 5. And this will not be the first and it will not be the last. Jamaica has to be prepared for a Cat 5.
Yes. That's what we have to now build for.
Country.
That's what we have to build for. To withstand a Cat 5 hurricane. But my brother, I want to thank you for the call. I have some other people I want to talk to before I go.
Yes,
and we are over time. But don't stay so long before you call again. Call me tomorrow. We're going to be on tomorrow. And Wednesday, we have a big show on Wednesday evening. Big guest.
All right, my brother.
Blessings.
All right, good.
Yeah, man. Hello, good evening. Excellent.
Shaka,
Well, go on, brother.
my brother, me there. I
What?
first want to thank you for the work I see you carrying out, you know?
Yes. You're welcome.
I see you
It's
carrying
not
out some
just me.
good relief work.
It's the Portland
You and your
Spice
team,
team.
man.
The Portland Spice team.
You and your team, Shaka.
Not just who you sit down there, but the people who are watching, who subscribe to the channel, who send them money. And if you want to donate to the efforts that we are doing, we have the cash app on the profile. You can go on it or send us a WhatsApp message to 804-7072 if you want to assist on the effort that we're doing. So it's the whole Portland Spice platform that doing it. I am just basically the leader.
Yeah, man. Shaka, I know you're a team, man. You know, I feel so proud. I know I have a special attachment to Portland.
Yes, I.
Yeah, but Shaka boy, day 20 hour, day 21 post the storm now. And I am looking on and I am saddened by the response from the government. I know there are some things that the callers spoke to a while ago, which I am not in total agreement with, but a lot of it I am in agreement with. Right? And Chaka, you know me, you know my thing already. So
yeah, man.
There's a difference between a natural phenomena and a disaster.
Yes.
Come here, this government and its sympathizers going on around saying that we could not prepare for a Category 5 hurricane. And it's a massive disaster.
We're not even talking about the preparation. Fine.
The government, Chaka.
Even though I disagree, I give them that. You couldn't prepare because you never prepare. The
government has failed to tell the country that the hurricane is not the disaster. The hurricane is a phenomena.
Yes.
And the repercussions that come after it
is the disaster.
Is a disaster.
Yes.
No. You can either mitigate a disaster or your actions can perpetuate it.
Yes.
Right? And the outcome will be how you respond. And it is simple. The government is not responding adequately to what's going on.
That is it.
And therefore, it is being propelled. And worse is yet to come, Shaka. Worse is yet to come.
Worse is yet to
come. Because I can tell you, when you have animals' carcasses laying down in waterway,
yes,
or in water sources,
yes,
and people don't have potable water to drink, as soon as those waters start look clear, people are going to start wanting to drink them because they don't have an option.
Brother, the Friday when I went down there, people were in the water. You see, the Thursday when I go down the back, them a wash, them a bathe, them a swim in the water.
All right. You see what, Shaka, one of my advice I would say to the government, they need to go down there and do perhaps a massive typhoid vaccine immunization to help to reduce the risk of typhoid fever breaking out down there.
And let me say this to the listeners and the viewers. This man talking from a professional standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a professional standpoint you talk from.
Okay, cool.
Right.
All right, my brother. Cause you see, there, what is coming out, Shaka? You see, we have leptos coming out now, leptospirosis.
Yes.
Because we just reached incubation. We just finished the incubation period, basically. So I know it will start manifest.
Wow.
It was 11 cases today.
Yeah.
I can tell you by next weekend or by this weekend coming, they might have 24.
But could we have mitigate against this happening? Because, and I asked that question on the background that Dr. Dawes spell out all of this, the PNP press conference after the hurricane,
But Shaka, we have been spreading out these things all over the place. Shaka, the man they need for the stagnant waters. They need to get them flowing away. So where you have water puddle up and them thing there, you need to get them water moving away.
Or take the people out of the area.
remove the people from those areas. Chaka, let me tell you something. This is what my belief. All right, you say you can't find hotels and places to house the people them.
What do you mean you can't find? Who you tell that?
They are Chaka, where Chaka man? They say they can't do it. No, if they say they can't do Chaka, and them control the purse. The alternate solution, Chaka, might be then to build some 10 cities. Build 10 cities, put portable water stations in these areas. People get water to drink and bathe.
But we give them the suggestion a long time to build out, use the playfield use the playfield them and build out 10 city. That's why we say use Trelawney multi-purpose stadium. That not going cost you is your own that. You have bathroom facility there already. Each of the stand them have bathroom facility in them. Me sure more than 45 bathroom the Greenfield Stadium. Put tents on the field. Put some family under the covered areas. Use up the dressing room them. And move out some of the people them.
Shaka, this government has always been reactionary. Continues to be reactionary, and in the face of a disaster, they are putting the Jamaican people and the whole country at serious risk because of their reactionary measure. Brother, me still hear say people, bodies are still in areas that need to be removed. Well, they can't be bodies anymore. There must be remains.
Yeah, them the numbers.
In communities. What you talking about? This so far? Yeah, bodies in place till them literally, basically just decay away.
Then why the people not just bury them in the area?
Yeah. Shaka, brother. And when you talk, you hear some politics and PMP this and PMP that. The people are suffering. Today I spoke to a friend of mine for the first time since the hurricane Shaka from North of Azan constituency. And the man tell me, say, people are talking about St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. Hope them mash up too.
Oh, well, Portland mash up, Portland get big hit, you know. When you're going to the Rio Grande Valley, you know, brother, in my division alone, me have more than 30 and nearly 50 houses will get serious damage, you know.
I know, Shaka.
A zinc me buy Friday, load up, go up there. And I see one little clown, I go put out about PNP, I give PNP zinc. None of the zinc that I gave away on Friday is courtesy of no politics. Everything that we give out is from this platform, Portland Spice TV. Now have nothing to do with politics.
But Shaka, let me ask you a question, brother. Are you an elected representative?
No, I'm not.
You are a private citizen, right?
A private citizen, a broadcaster.
And if you want to take the money where you have to buy things and get to PMP, or Jehovah's Witness, I hear the money.
Yes.
Where is the councillor for the area?
Oh, tell her.
Right?
Hey.
Where is the councillor for the area? Where is the man? Where is the man who decide say him a call all of Portland by theme name? What, in nobody want Portland again?
Varsland again.
He take back his name. Now that destruction has reached the area, he renounced the place.
Yeah, man. You know, Mr. Portland again.
A few weeks before the elections of September 3rd, he call it, he say, it make out a steal.
Yeah, man, and can't broke.
So wait, you tell me today now, say, because something come, you abandon it. I say you have your pitney, and because you get in that trouble, you abandon the pitney and say,
hey,
give me back the last name.
My brethren, I have not seen the former member of parliament on the ground in East Portland since the election. I have not seen her. Anybody will see her? Tell me.
But I heard she was down in St. Elizabeth.
Oh, yes. So when I asked the question one Saturday morning on the show, and I see Yeti boy put up a picture. But
no, man, don't call him that name, man. Don't call that name. Them people are always people.
Hold on, man. Him say, you not see her up on the ground, but she's always on the ground. So one of my team member saw the video on social media and sent it to me. And when the team member sent it to me, I was right beside the producer. And I said, look here. And when the producer looked at me, she said, hold on. Show me the picture of them we take down at Westmoreland. I'm going on my phone, I'm show her the picture. She said, see the same girl there with on the picture in the video. The same girl. I showed it here before. I show both video and our picture with the same person. Westmoreland she there. She not come back to Portland after 8,100 odd people voted for her.
My gosh. It only showed the value that they have, you know. Those 8,100 or 65 people only have commercial value to them.
Yeah, man. She only love them when she win. When she lose, she don't love them again.
Boy, I tell you.
But
you see, and people are so gullible to go back and support these people. But Shaka, I am telling you, my brother, I pray for the country because let me tell you something. With the way how Slim managing the disaster, if you were to take any Rubicon measure and a mark the government response to disaster.
Out of 10.
They are failing. They are failing.
Out of 10, how you mark them?
Out of 10, how you mark them, Shaka? All right, so they are dropping off food, but they are doing it slowly, so they're still not past that. Data management is poor because they can't control the data. Shaka, the government get 4 and only 4.5. And the only reason I get 4.5 is because they are trying something. I'm giving them a grade for trying, but not for efficiency nor effectiveness.
2.5, me give them. Little more with that, brother.
All right, brother, cool.
Yeah, man, cool. It is 28 minutes after 7 o'clock. There's so much to talk about. Join me tomorrow evening. We're giving you 3 hours from 5 to 8. 2 hours of which will be on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4, covering Florida. Join us. Wednesday evening, we have a big interview. Tomorrow, we'll tell you who is going to be on Wednesday evening. Gonna be a big interview. I want to thank Al Edwards for sharing with us this evening. Thanks to all of you in the chat room. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. If you are a subscriber, we are asking you to share the channel with the people in your contact. Make them know about this channel. Hold on there. Make them know about this channel. Make them know that we defend Jamaica. We defend people. Whether PNP, GLP or no P. And a calling on the MP, Isaac Buchanan for East Portland, to call the parish council to books. The town of Port Antonio is a mess. It is dirty. It is stink. It is congested. The town of Port Antonio, Portland, needs management. The town of Port Antonio. Isaac, you have work to do. It is the parish council that really in control. The mayor. The mayor get about $1 million every month to deal with township. Plus there's a councillor and the MP. We must come together, organize, and get the town under some management. The town of Port Antonio is getting out of control. Homeless people all over the place, making a total mess while you have the halfway house sitting empty. Time come, man, somebody in a Port Antonio must wake up and do the work on collecting taxpayers' money. Time come, man, for work for money, wanna collect the town nasty. Go ahead, caller.
Good night, Colin.
Good night. Welcome.
Boy, I hear you beat the hammer, Colin. You beat it. Don't stop beat it till it pop up.
When last you come to Port Antonio?
Who, me?
Hey, you know Port Antonio?
No, I'm overseas.
The town in a bad shape. The town dirty. It congested.
I believe you.
It stinks.
I believe you.
It's my town. I mean, I tell you. But I know that you call about. Go ahead.
No, Colin. The people are saying that is not the Prime Minister's responsibility to do anything for the people. If it's not his responsibility, why did he collect the money? Why did he collect the tarpaulins? Why did he collect all the food? Why did he collect the what you call it there?
The donations.
The thing that you know,
the generators.
Generators. I always forget the name. Generators. Why did he collect all of those? And the lump sum of money, billions of dollars. Why did he? Who is the government? He not says the government run the country. So now him or the prime minister.
Yes,
now
man.
him for do something.
Yes, man.
It's what happened to these people. I don't understand how they're coming out defending my Andrew Holness.
That's why I'm telling them to
defending
stand
him
down.
and the man not doing anything.
Oh, no, if it's say nothing. Stand down. Stand down, labor right bloggers. Stand down. The government doing a poor job. Poor job.
He said the word to hold them accountable.
Stop making.
He said.
Him say stop making excuse for government.
Yes.
I saw the man say.
And hold your leaders accountable. Meaning the ministers, them too, and
Yes.
him, the prime minister.
Yes, man. Yes,
So we're holding him accountable now. So what is the big deal? I don't understand. I don't get it. But in any case, he was told. And Dr. Dawes talk about it.
Yes.
And here we are facing it right now.
Yeah, man.
No, that's negligent. That's negligence on his part. And Tufton too. He must not be left out. He's the health minister.
Well, the
and
cabinet.
You know what the people must know?
Hold on. The cabinet have a thing that is called collective responsibility. Is the cabinet, is the executive, you know. Them are run the country, you know. So all the minister them falling short right now.
All of them.
All of
Every
them.
single one.
Tomorrow is parliament.
And boy, this moped don't come back out with no press conference. We don't want that. And I wish the PNP them just not bother go on to parliament, you know, because time is at hand, you know, and things are get out of hand. And it's time now. They must stand them grown with them.
They have to go to the
parliament.
No, they have to go. That is where they need to go and speak the things them when need to talk. Call up the government, call them out, show them.
Colin, you know, so when them want to talk, the size 30 room and I turn on mic on them and I talk about our standing order.
Well,
Colin,
you see?
When you see people fight fire like that, you know, because the PNP has always been trying nice data on last week we put her in our place. You can't talk to adults like that. So what is sense going in there? Walk out pan her, walk out pan the whole of them.
I don't want to walk
out. At some point in time in life, you can't just be easing back like that. You have to take it to them. And somebody need.
And that's why I'm saying go to the parliament.
That woman right on the spot, right near the camera, and put her in her place. She need to get that. She needs to get that hammer.
Yeah, man, go to the parliament and take it to them. I agree. You have to take it to them, but you can't leave them alone in the parliament because I done the country now. Somebody have to get them to a place that them understand that them not managing well. And I hear the prime minister saying himself a A minus for what they've been doing. So me never hear it out of the prime minister mouth. Or somebody come on the program yesterday can tell with that. So the government saying himself a A minus. Prime Minister, stop grading yourself.
Give him.
Stop grading yourself.
Andrew get.
The exam of 100 questions and you know answer 5 yet. And you give yourself A. Stop it. Caller, thanks for the call here. We'll talk again tomorrow.
Yeah, Colin, and him for do the self-appraisal, you know. And him for do no self-appraisal.
Well, him just do an appraisal and get A. Him just do an appraisal and the people give him a pass mark. So you have to also remember
Colin,
that.
Quickly make me say this. Colin, you know, so no matter what we are saying, they don't care. He does not care. He has something up his sleeve. Nothing that way move the man there. Nothing. Nothing, but I want the people to know who have lost relatives at the hand of negligence and Tufton and Andrew Onis on have a lawsuit. On have a lawsuit, and I open to remember that. You see? And don't make them get away. And I'm asking the PMP before I come off the phone, Colin, to remember that EOJ is still in the Prime Minister's office and they must start the lobby now. It not come out, it is still there. Don't be distracted.
Thank you, caller. Thank you.
He don't, you see, lastly, he don't want to work with the opposition, but he prefer work with the thief them in there. Because Andrew Oles, a criminal thief.
Caller, stop it.
Thank you, Colin.
Stop
Bye.
it. Don't call me Prime Minister no thief. Don't do it. Don't call me Prime Minister no thief. My Prime Minister is not no thief. My good, nice, clean Prime Minister sitting down there doing nothing. Don't call him no thief. Don't do it. May the good Lord bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Opposition members of the parliament, there is nothing to smile about. I beg you, no, do not go to the parliament tomorrow, go kin no teeth with these people. Our people are suffering. Our people are dying. Don't be accomplice to this atrocity that is taking place under this government. Do not be an accomplice. Stand up for brotherhood and peace. Stand up for justice. Defend the people. Don't try to tone a line. Speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Let the chips fall where they may. Until we meet again tomorrow evening. Peace be with you. One love.